Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make the basic office and even maybe some doors. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing we need to do is go to our Scratch Cat and make sure everything's still there. And it is. Then go. The go is good. Now we need to make a new sprite. Call this the office. I'll make my office pretty simple. I'll take a bluish colored background. And then make it a little bit saturated so that it's like this. And then over here, set the X to 0 and Y to 0. Then, what you need to do is you need to make it perfect on the top edges, but then exceeding on the side edges. You need to press Alt to go out. And now what we can do is we can make a vent up here. We can make a vent, or we can make a door over here. And then we can do the same thing with the door over to here. So now we have our ventway and two doorways. Let's stretch out our ventway a bit. There we go. Now we have our 3 ways into our main office. This is pretty much all you'll normally want, but you can add more stuff if you'd like. This is what I'll do, but again, you can add more stuff. Then we'll go into the code. When flag clicked, we'll hide. And then, when I receive begin, show. If you do not have the when I receive begin block, then you'll have to finish out the last video that I made. Now, so you saw earlier that we made our office purposely outstretched. Why did we do that? Well, there's a simple reason. There's a way for the office to scroll with your mouse, like this. Forever, if else, and then operators, scroll, if, and then go to sensing, mouse X, and then contains, dash. Not underscore, dash. And then if mouse X contains dash, then set X to the absolute of mouse X. Otherwise, it will set X to join negative mouse X. Now you might see that this makes it so that the office scrolls, but oh my gosh, there's such a huge white space here. To fix this, it's really very simple. Stop your project, go here, take these two out, and then get two divided operators here at the top of the operators tab. Put the two pre-made ones in the first slot of each, and then put 4. And then you can put them back in. And that stops that problem. So now we will have no more of that. We will have no more of that weird white space. So now we have the office moving around and working, but then what would we do next? Well, the next step would be to make your doors. So we can go ahead and do that. Paint. I'll call this vent door button. But depending on how you make your office, this can be different. So instead of making my vent door button in the center and then move around at the top, I'm actually going to make my vent door button start in the center, but then I'll move it up next to the vent right here. Sorry. So all we have to do is zoom in a bit, make a simple square, and then we can have another square in the middle to show that this door is not activated. And then we can make this a bit bigger. Maybe not that big. And then we can put it right here. But then you see the problem, it's not coming with the office. Well, it's as simple as taking the code from the office to the vent door. So now, the button will follow the office. We can change the position, or if the Y would be 0, then it's all the way down here. So to fix that problem, we can just move the button to where we want it to be. There we go. And now our button is there next to the door. But then how do we make it so that it actually closes the door? Well, what we need to do is, along with this code that we have here, we need to make events when the sprite clicked. So now, this is the same block that we used for the go button, right here. So now, when the sprite clicked, go to looks, and then go to next costume, and then go to costumes, duplicate by double clicking, and then change this color to a green color, so to show that is changed. And then when the flag is clicked, switch costume to costume 1. Now that we have the switch costume to costume 1 hide, and then the next costume, how do we make it so that the door truly closes? It's as simple as a few steps. First, we need to make an if-else statement. And then, before we start making it, a new variable. Vent door open. Hide that variable, and then go over here, set vent door open to no, meaning that this would be closed, and then in the else, set vent door open to yes. And then in this boolean up here, we can do if vent door open equals yes. And then up here, we need to make it so that it automatically sets the vent door open to yes at the beginning of the game. So now we can close the door and it'll set a new variable that we made. To make sure that setting, you can turn on that and then see for yourself. So when the button is green, the door would be closed. Now how do we make this into a reality? Well, we can duplicate the office so that it already has the code and the costume. Now all we need to do is delete the background and then change this however we like. So we can make that vent door we can make this yellow. This is just me making the door. And then boom, now you have the door. When I receive begin, take this out. And then duplicate when I receive begin. And then another forever loop. And then if else. Kinda like this one over here. But instead of mouse contains X, we'll put vent door open equals yes. If the vent door open is yes, if it is open, then we need to make sure that the door is not there. So we need to hide. And then if it is closed, or if it is not open, then it will show. So now let's hide this vent door open variable. Click go. And oh noes, what happened? Well, one thing might be that it is in the back layer, which is easily fixable by something completely simple. First, we need to change this name to the vent door. Now, we can go ahead and fix that glitch. Over here, when I receive begin, forever, before this if loop even happens, we can go to front layer. Oh noes, it's right there. But that's because the Y is -68. Now there's our vent door. Click it and it's open, or click it and it is closed, click it again and it is open. You can repeat this process with each of the 3 doors on the side, which I will go ahead and do. Shh. This is just me concentrating on the buttons making. So now we finished the right door button, and then to make the right door, we can duplicate this office. Here. Now to get the color the same as the doors, we can go here, and then instead of changing anything about it, go to this costume, fill, and then do that. And then we can also make the yellow that is way hanging off to the side, so we can just put that in a bit. And then we can go to the vent door, take this code right here, and then put it for the right door. So we just have to change this. And now we have our right door. So we have a vent, and we have a right door. Oh noes. Sprite's randomization when it comes to the X thing, or the Y position and X position, is really weird. But you'll just have to set it to 0 so that it matches where it actually is supposed to go. Now we have both of these doors, and I'll make my final left door, and then that will be it for today's video. So this trick that I'm using right here is a way to make something go onto the opposite side. All you have to do is make this small box, well, I say small, and it's actually the screen wide. You have to make sure that you're getting it on that exact corner, but it should rather be above than below, unless you're not changing anything about the Y position. And then once you've built it, you click everything off, and then you click flip horizontal, and it'll flip the box and the thing underneath the box. The reason we do this is if we just flipped horizontal, then it would just flip this by itself, and that won't do anything because it's symmetrical. Now we need to do the same thing for this square, but instead just copy, paste, and then fill. And then this one we can delete. Now we need a new variable. Left door open. And then duplicate the right door, but flip it around. Uh-oh. So we just need to take this door and flip it on its side. There we go. And then all we need to change is the left door open. Now hide the variables that are not for Scratchcat, and click go. And there goes the button with its Y value again. Let's go ahead and fix the doors before we see it. Oh wait, no. This is the buttons. There we go. Now we have all 3 buttons which correlate to all 3 doors. That will be it for this video. In the next video, I'll show you how to make the cameras and the mask. See you next time. Adios.